Oh, music's over. I must be live. So, doing a lot of sharing on this one because I think it's going to be a pretty decent one. So, but good afternoon into evening. Certainly hope that you are having a good Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. Do you like the countdown? Do you like the countdown? Because if so, what I was thinking about doing was taking the theme song and just making a countdown with it. It's 47 seconds long. So, so if you kind of like that countdown, because I've noticed people have been commenting on it. So maybe because it's different. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure. We're going to be doing today's daily reflection. I think it's pretty good. Yeah. You know, thinking about how life has changed a lot, even from last summer, where last summer I had a hard time getting out, and nowadays I seem to do it regularly without thinking about it, which is kind of nice. I'm going to go to a 5:30 meeting today, in person. I went one to put a flyer in there, and I really liked the group, and it was nice to be in an AA meeting with people like me, and I didn't have to do anything but just participate. I don't get that often. Usually I show up and people are like, can you do this? Can you do that? So, but let's do some introductions. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host today, the hereafter. Who knows? Who knows how long God's going to have me do this? If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. But something I am trying to do is not go live as much. So, the unfortunate part is there's like 2 or 3 people that aren't getting, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do. So, all right. First, before we get started, I'm going to go to the big book. We're going to be in the 12 by 12 for a good portion of this, but I'm going to go page 25. Page 25, right? Is it 25? 24? No. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the bedevilments. I'm in the wrong place. All right. Let's just go ahead and go to the 12 by 12 then. And National Peanut Butter Day. I'll go for that. Is this my big book? No, this is the Daily Reflection. This is my 12 by 12. This is my big book. It's it's actually my sponsor in big book. I have another one. Yeah, I bought myself a new one for this but this is my new big book that I'll be using. So I actually take this, put that down there. All right. So, forming true partnerships. We're going to be on page 53 in the 12 by 12. I bet it's step 6. No, it's step 4. Oh, yeah, because of the camera. I switched back to my other camera. It's easier to set up. So, easier to set up. So, yeah, it's kind of like when I do this. Doesn't that look huge compared to everything? But when I bring it here, it's automatically whoop huge. Not huge. So little tricks. See, I can get bigger. Woo! I can get smaller quick. All right. Hi, Patricia. We wasted enough time so you could be here. All right, let's get started. Page 53. I'm going to start at the top of page 52. So if you'd like to read along, I'm going to be in the 12 by 12 on the top of page 82. But all alcoholics who have drunk themselves out of jobs, family, and friends will need to cross-examine themselves ruthlessly to determine how their own personality defects have thus demolished their security. I like this, ruthlessly. Yeah. We're going to do it without, well, that means without pity. Okay. Ruthless means without pity, man. So, yeah. But it's the daily reflection. Yeah, mine was on this too. Most of the meetings will be on this. It was a good daily reflections. That's why. There's a lot of stuff to it. It's one of those ones where everybody can kind of talk on it, including newcomers, which is what we should do. So, the most common symptoms of emotional insecurity are worry, anger, self-pity, and depression. Okay, and low self-esteem, which is worry, anger, self-pity, and depression. The self-esteem is in there too. These stem from causes which sometimes seem to be within us, and at other times to come from without. To take inventory in this respect, we ought to consider carefully all personal relationships which bring continuous or reoccurring trouble. What are they saying? We're going to have to get rid of our old playmates and playpens. I know, they're your friends. I get it. I understand. You know, but you got to take care of your recovery first. At some point, you will get to a point in your recovery where you'll be able to hang out with those people again. Oh, there you go. Should be remembered that this kind of insecurity may arise in any area where instincts are threatened. Questioning directed to this end might run like this. So in other words, looking at it might look at this. Questioning directed to looking at both past and present. What sex situations have caused me anxiety, bitterness, frustration, or depression? All of them, except for the one I'm in. Yeah. And it came from me. Appraising each, yeah, it takes two to tango, but I'm going to look at my shit. Okay? I'm going to look at my stuff. Appraising each situation fairly, can I see where I have been at fault? Okay? Did these perplexities beset me because of selfishness or unreasonable demands? In other words, was I expecting something from somebody I knew I couldn't get because they're human? That is an unreasonable demand. Okay? Or if my disturbance was seemingly caused by the behavior of others, why do I lack the ability to accept conditions I cannot change? I'm going to tell you what that one is. That is a spot it, you got it. That's why it's disturbing you. All right, let me rephrase that. I'm trying to use I statements more. Okay. The reason is because, you know, and that's what I did in the beginning. My sponsors told me about this. He told me about you spot it, you got it. Okay. And what he said was, Dion, you're going to hear other people, and they're going to disrupt your spirituality. And the reason is because you are probably doing it too. So the question isn't why can't I change them? The question is, am I doing it too? And I found out almost 100% of the time that I was. Okay. I am less emotionally and spiritually disturbed now. It still happens. And I go through the same motions. Dion, are you doing it also? And there again, I can see that I am playing a part. Okay. And it's okay. It is okay to be wrong. Be wrong often. Okay. That's how we minister. By being wrong. That's a great question to ask yourself. I don't like the toxic because I feel like that's name calling. But great question. Am I being the toxic one? Am I being the toxic one? Okay. And there's a good chance, yes. Right? So now we can do something about it. Okay. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It is spiritual fitness. You are spiritually fit. That's what that means. That means when somebody is rigorously honest with themselves, they are free from the bullshit of everything else. Yeah, but I get why you say it though, Patricia, because it drives it home for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. You bet. You need to drive it home to yourself. What do we say up here? Ruthlessly, right? And that's you doing it ruthlessly. So good job. You're following it. Okay. These are the fundamental inquiries that can disclose the source of my discomfort and to indicate whether I may be able to alter my own conduct and so adjust myself serenely to self-discipline. Oh, I didn't think you were saying that. Yeah, I didn't think you were replying to that, Ingrid. She's like, I'm toxic. Look at me. I'm so toxic. Hi, Gary. All right. Suppose that financial insecurity constantly arouses the same feelings. I can ask myself to what extent have my own mistakes fed my gnawing anxieties? And if the actions of others are a part of the cause, what can I do about that? If I'm unable to change the present state of affairs, am I willing to take measures necessary to shape my life to the conditions as they are? Questions like these, more of which will come to the mind easily in each individual case, will help turn up the root causes. Because we're getting down to causes and conditions. This is step 4. We gotta dig. We're dealing with weeds. Those weeds have been festering for years. Those roots run deep. And you gotta get that motherfucker from the root or it's gonna grow back, right? That's what they're saying. And then here comes the reflection for today. But it is from our twisted relations with family, friends, and society at large that many of us have suffered the most. Yes. Okay. It hurts. Here's the thing for me. I never felt like I belonged. Okay. I never, ever felt like I fucking belonged. Anywhere I went, whatever I did, I just felt like I was a fucking fake. Okay. These are the twisted relations. Okay. I did not have normal relations. Towards the end of my drinking, before my wife, and when I was dating, I would tell girls, I drink a lot. And if you try and stop me, I won't. I'll break up with you. And they still went out with me. Oh, I'm not going to try and change you. It can't be helped. You get into a relationship, you want to be with that person, you can see that they can be a better person than that, and sure, you want change. It was a setup so I could end the relationship when I wanted to. It's called control. Okay. We have been especially stupid and stubborn about them. You know, somebody brought this up last night in a meeting, and I think this is a great place to bring it up. It was great. And what he said was, I give more grace to the people to people that I don't even know than I do to my own family. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Wow. I couldn't disagree with him. And now I got to do something. Now I know it. Now I know it, and I got to do something about it, don't I? Dang. More change, more improvement. Darn it. More progress? No. See, it's not a bad thing. I was naive to something. And that hit me square in the fucking forehead. I've got to give more grace to my family, especially my brothers and my sisters. That was it. Wow, what a short little line to change a bunch of shit. All right. The primary fact that we fail to recognize is our total inability to form true partnerships with another human being. Our egomania digs two disastrous pitfalls. Okay. Peanut butter. I remember when I was growing up in the 70s, there was a peanut butter shortage at one point. There was. It sucked. It sucked. My main thing. I eat peanut butter out of the frickin' jar at 3 a.m. It's actually pretty good for you. It's a pretty good meat source. Anyway, okay. So we dig, our egomania digs two disastrous pitfalls. Either we insist upon dominating the people we know, or we depend upon them far too much. I don't know what it was. No, there was just lack of peanuts. It was a farmer thing, I think. It's Valentine's Day there? Yay. Well, happy Valentine's Day. Did you know that June is Men's Mental Health Month? I'm going to bring it up every day. I'm the only person that has said anything. And I've gone out and looked for events. There are no events. I'm setting up a barbecue with my children. They're like, when do you want to do it? And I'm over here thinking, well, you know, there is a Father's Day coming up. I didn't say nothing. I don't think they've thought of it. They're not used to it. I'm not going to get mad. I won't get mad. We've never celebrated Father's Day, and that was mostly on me. Okay, so, all right. If we lean too heavily on people, that they sooner or later will fail us, for they are human too, and cannot possibly meet our incessant demands. In this way, our insecurity grows and festers. When we habitually try to manipulate others to our own willful desires, they revolt and resist us heavily. Then we develop hurt feelings, a sense of persecution, a desire to retaliate. As we redouble our efforts at control and continue to fail, our suffering becomes acute and constant. We have not once sought to be one in the family, to be a friend among friends, to be a worker among workers, to be a useful member of society. Always we have tried to struggle to the top of the heap or to hide underneath it. This self-centered behavior blocked a partnership relation with any of those about us. Of true brotherhood, we had small comprehension. I'm keeping my mouth shut on purpose. Right? This is the way I'll put it. Popularity does not equal brotherhood. There you go. Okay. Just because you're friends with a lot of people does not make it true brotherhood. That just makes you popular. Okay. See, my friends would do anything for me. I would do anything for them. They won't. No. Can these words apply to me? Am I still unable to form a true partnership with another human being? What a terrible handicap that would be for me to carry into my sober life. In my sobriety, I will meditate, pray to discover how I may be trusted friend and companion. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. I tell you exactly. First, form a honest to God relationship with your higher power. And then base your relationships off that. That's what I do. Yeah. It's a give and take basis. I give 50%, I take 50%. Right? Before I just take. My wife would give. She'd give 100%, I'd take 100%. Not going to work. Now, some days I'm giving 70% and taking 30. Other days, I'm giving 30% and taking 70. There's a balance in there. And what we call it is we're not all sick on the same day. Notice that? We're not all sick on the same day. That way we can continue to support each other. Encouragement. True partnerships. True. Okay? And when there's true partnerships, there's not a ton of them. It's usually small. It's usually kind of small. And there's a bunch of them. And then these interact together. But we do it together, man. I really don't like that popularity has become the theme of recovery. Because it's not recovery. It just isn't. Money is not recovery. No. Reintegration, that's recovery. Helping people get off the hooch. Helping them develop their lives back according to how they need it done and not what I decide needs to happen. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen to you. But I do know that if you follow a certain set of rules, that your life will be fucking fantastic, like mine. Right now. All right. I got some pretty encouraging words from some friends last night. There are some things I realize I don't even do. So it was neat to hear that. I'm not going to bring them up here because I feel like I'd be bragging. What I'm talking about is everybody needs encouragement, including me. I need it too. Sure, I'm spiritually fit, but just like everybody else, I want to be, I want to fit in. I want to be part of your world. I want to be popular. It's too much for me. I love you. I really do. Even if you're just listening. Happy Peanut Butter Day, everybody. Happy Peanut Butter Day. Go get your Jif on. Jif's the only kind. I'm sorry. I'm a Jif man. I love you. Peace out.